it's hard right now even to put it in words, and I've gone through this once before, but it's really hard where this team came from and where it ended up. And certainly these guys are responsible, and the other senior captain were the guys that were the real glue and brought us here.
Cool Stuff Part 4. Dave Hixon and Amherst College basketball camps. I grew up playing a lot of basketball, whether it be AAU, town leagues, travel leagues, whatever. And I can honestly say one of the best basketball experiences I had was going to Amherst College's basketball camps in the summer. I grew up in Western Mass, about 20 minutes from the campus, and I'm really thankful and wanted to shine a light on the experiences I had there. And I think when you look back at I always had a great time going there, whether I was having success or, I got hurt on the second day. It was always an incredibly fun, competitive, passionate, and positive overall environment. Some would say authentic. And when I look back, right, of course at that time I did not know Dave Hixon was going to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. But when you look back, you're like, oh, of course. The way he ran even that week or two camp was amazing. Such a great atmosphere for basketball. And you could tell he loved the sport, and you could feel it in the sort of whole camp of 200 kids. They had NBA players come. One of the guys was named Adam Harrington. He played for the Mavericks for a little while. They also had guys like Mike Voss, who was a local legend in Western Mass, come in and dunk on everybody. They had great competitions. They had adult basketball games when we were sitting and hanging there. And overall, I just look back at that and say, what a great advocate for basketball. And, you saw the national championship B-roll that I threw out just before here. And you're going to see his Hall of Fame speech and a few other cool things I collected after that. But I just wanted to shine a light on this today of what a great experience I had and what an impact it had on me. Because I will say, it was like one of those instances where you experience something that you hadn't before, and once you experience a truly positive, passionate, authentic environment, you almost can't unsee it. You're like, oh, all right, well, I got to look for this in other places in my life because this is really special what they have here. I do have to laugh because one of the last cool thing I'll mention is summer basketball camps, right? You get to know people from around that area. So when I, was doing research for this, I ended up finding out one of the kids I went to camp with, Willie Workman, he was one of the main guys leading this Amherst College team that won a national championship in 2013. He was at those camps, and it's so funny to look back because when you think of him, he was always such a passionate, positive basketball player. And the fact that he was able to achieve so much success, play in Europe, do all that stuff, it makes a lot of sense that worked out the way it did. There's also a bunch of other people I got to meet in the Western Mass area, and I hope they're all doing well. But yeah, I just wanted to shout this out. I'm not sure if these summer camps are still going. I imagine Dave, who is retired, is not running them anymore. But I had a truly wonderful experience with Amherst College basketball camps and all the people involved with that. So just wanted to spotlight that, and let's get into it.
Incredible 3 days, and the only reason I'm wearing my orange jacket up here, the rest of the speakers aren't, is because I just can't take this thing off. Let me first start by congratulating my fellow inductees. It's such an incredible honor for all of us, but for me to be inducted with this very special class is beyond incredible and very humbling. I'd like to thank the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame for opening the door in an attempt to be more inclusive across the basketball spectrum. Thanks to the voters who found me worthy of such an incredible honor. I'm extremely proud to represent my college, Amherst College, the New England Small College Athletic Conference, and all of Division III. Thank you, John Calipari and Jim Calhoun, for being my presenters tonight. Two great Hall of Famers, and two of the great... I got them sitting together. Two of the greatest coaches in the history of the game. Thank you both for being great friends and mentors, not only to me along the way, but to so many young coaches in the game. For most of you, I'm not the usual household name. My story hasn't been shown on TV night after night or talked about on ESPN talk shows, but I do have a story. I joked with my wife after being named a finalist that if I were to be inducted, it would sound like we were at an owl convention with most people going, who? My story is a 50-year love affair with a school and a sport that took place only 30 miles from here at a highly selective, small academic college, a Division III college, Amherst College. I played there for 4 years, had a 2-year stint as an assistant before being named head coach at 24 years old. It took courage for my athletic director, Peter Gooding, to make that hire. Peter has remained a great friend and a great mentor to me for the past 50 years. In my 42 years as the head coach at Amherst College, we created something really special. The friendships, bonds, lifelong relationships, and family that we created over that 42 years and the successes that we achieved were so much more than I ever could have imagined or even asked for. There's so many people who truly own a piece of this night, starting with my mom and dad, my greatest fans. I wish they were here to be able to see this, and I'm sure they're smiling down on us tonight. My dad was my high school coach, and in 1970, we were fortunate enough to win a state championship in the old Boston Garden, where we all grew up watching our heroes and future Hall of Famers, the great Celtic teams of the 60s, play and win championships. To all of my early mentors, the old coaches who took time to help me along the way, and so many of them have passed on, I thank you. All of my assistant coaches, and I've had so many, too many to name by name, who have gone on to develop programs of their own, be it in college